After what happened, you for sure know the results. Let's welcome the world champion, Jason Richardson of USA, 13.16, the silver medalist, Xiang of China, 13.27, and the bronze medalist is not on his way. As I was informed, we will not see him, and we will present to you him tomorrow possibly. That is Andy Turner of Great Britain. But we have the top two medalists. So what are the reactions after this very turbulent evening? Jason.
Let me get to the mic. The reaction is bittersweet in that you never want to see, somebody as talented as Robles get disqualified. But what I do feel like is there are rules that govern the sport that we have to abide by, and it's disappointing that I won on a technicality, but I do feel that I've worked extremely hard. I feel like I've put in gold medal preparation, and so I'll do my best to uphold, the outcome of this race, the medals, and also with the remainder of the season, make sure that I show, to my coach, to, and everybody else that, I am deserving of this world championship title.
Thank you. And the first reaction about the race and everything what happened this evening from Xiang.
因为以前好像没有碰到过，然后一下子第9、第10个栏可能就重心失去，然后就是这样，然后。
I think this is my first time that this kind of circumstances happened, and in the last 2 hurdles I lost my balance, so that happened.
Okay, thank you. Your questions, please. Yes, the Reuters. Micro, please.
What does it mean to you to have now get the silver medal? And are you disappointed that it was a disqualification, or do you think that Robles should have been disqualified?
他问那个你对拿到银牌你作何感想？然后对对罗伯斯的取消资格是觉得失望呢，还是说觉得他应该取消成绩？
我觉得很遗憾，然后因为我们俩私下也是很好的朋友，然后我觉得他被取消第1名资格很遗憾，其他我真的不该说什么。其实我们比赛最终的初衷就是享受快乐的比赛就好。
I'm really sorry about the situation. Competition is only competition, and besides, we are good friends. I'm good friends with Robles, so what I like is a happy competition, and I don't know what to say else.
Okay, thank you very much. John, yes.
Jason, you really have been on a roll since the U.S. Championships. You ran very well in several Diamond League meets. What's behind it all? You always mentioned your coach. Who is that? But then what have been the ingredients?
My coach is John Smith, who is sitting in the front row, who also is responsible for the success of Carmelita as well. The major ingredients have been a strong faith, a lot of hard work, and just knowing that you have to have the right support team. We have an amazing assistant coach in Karen Cartwright. I have amazing physio staff at DISC in Marina Del Rey. It's the ability to draw on those resources that have allowed me to be so successful. And lastly, I feel like out of all the competitors that I have the biggest heart. My heart's as big as Texas. I'm from Texas, born and raised. And I know that when I get on the line that I'm going to compete. I've always been a competitor on the high school level, on the youth level, and on the junior level. And now I'm having a chance to really show y'all that, when that gun goes off, that I'll give it my all no matter what. So that's definitely the reason why, I've been on the roll, as you said.
Okay, thank you very much. Here in the first row, please. And congratulations, by the way, to Coach John Smith. 2 gold medals today.
我想问一下刘翔，如果可以选择的话，你是会选择就是接受现在这个就是银牌的结果，还是宁愿选择重赛？如果可以选的话，当然是现在这个。
Can you please translate the question?
if you can choose, will you choose that you accept this situation or have a new match?
Yes, yes. Can you answer?
我觉得很多东西结果是无法改变的啊。我觉得如果改变结果会对很多人都不公平。然后比赛其实在我看来就是场游戏而已。对，大家开心就好。
There are so many things that you cannot change. If you change, it's not fair to everyone. And competition for me is a game. So just enjoy the competition.
Yes, please here.
Swedish television, a question for Mr. Xiang. How close do you feel you were to winning the race when you got struck by Robles' hand?
I'm sorry, you bring...
How close he was feeling the Robles' hand?
Do you feel you were close to winning the gold medal when you got struck by Robles' hand?
当你说到罗伯斯这个撞击的时候，你感觉是不是离赢金牌很近了？
我觉得因为最后几个栏，我觉得我有能力冲上去的，对，然后我也没想过他会跟我有碰撞，但是我觉得确实我能够赢，我觉得我能够赢。
I was thinking that I should have the power to go in the front and to win, but I never have think about those situations. But I really think I could win. I have the power.
Okay. In the second row.
I'd like to ask Richard, what does hurdles mean to you personally? Like, if you were to compare it to your life?
I like that question. Hurdles as a metaphor for life is definitely typified the way my career has been. I was successful in high school, having done both hurdles. I competed at the World Youth Championships in Sherbrooke, and I won both hurdles. And then I went to the University of South Carolina and kind of added some bumps. So I had those hurdles that I had to clear. And there were a lot of moments where I got discouraged. In 2007, I redshirted, and I actually said I quit track. And I decided that I was going to look into, exercising my degree and, academic endeavors. But I decided, that I was forsaking the gift, and I knew that I had more in me. So, after South Carolina, I just up and moved to LA. You get to a point where you deserve something different, you want something different, and I had to exercise my options, and I prayed about it, and I met John Smith in Monaco in 2008, and we built a good rapport, and I respected his, passion for the sport itself. And the rest is history when I got to LA. A lot can change when you link up with the right coach, and a lot can change when, you're just doing everything you can in the right format, in the right system, and in the right order. And so just like hurdles, everything has to be done cleanly with good technique, so everything has to go smoothly, and that's definitely been kind of what's happened recently. It's just a smooth hurdling transition to where I'm at right now.
Okay, there was a question from AP, gentleman there.
I guess a question for Lou. Even though Robles was disqualified, he still finishes second. How does he feel about finishing second with everything that happened? And also, how does he feel about his performance, considering he had a long recovery from injury, and there was many doubts several months ago how he performed.
尽管罗伯斯已经被取消比赛成绩了，但是你还是第2名，你对这个成绩作何感想？另外，因为你也是伤愈复出以后参加这么一次大赛，然后对取得这个成绩。
对 我觉得对于我今天表现还是很满意的，但是对我来说有些小小遗憾吧，对啊，然后但是现在最后结果是银牌，我觉得不管是银牌或者铜牌或者金牌，但对我来说我都很满意，然后就是我觉得比赛就是千变万化，然后谁也不知道结果会是什么。
I am satisfied with my performance today, but competition is always change, and you don't know, you will never know what will happen until the end. So I just enjoy the competition, and I'm satisfied with my performance.
Yes, here, please.
刘翔你好，我是北京电视台的记者。我想问一下，今天虽然有些意外，但是我们还是能看到你在金牌争夺中还是有一些可能性的。所以我们想问你，你现在是不是已经找到以前巅峰时候的这种感觉了呢
Can you please translate the question, or maybe you?
She's from Beijing Television, and she said that we can see that from the race that you have the confidence to be the gold medal or to win the race. So did you feel that you have the feeling to win the race, and you have the kind of feeling that you have the potential to win?
我觉得我作为一名跨栏运动员，我都在然后努力的训练，然后争取在比赛的时候发挥我最好的水平，这就够了。其他我真的没有多想什么，我现在就是这样想。
谢谢。
As an athlete, what I'm doing, I just try my best to do training, and that's what I am doing. And I would like to enjoy the training and competition. So that's all.
Okay, here in the first row, floor track.
This is for Jason. Jason, maybe walk us through kind of the whirlwind that has been since maybe you walked through the mix zone and heard the rumors and who maybe told you what was kind of going on and maybe your first reaction.
The whirlwind after the race is that I medaled, and coming in, the goal was to get a medal. The goal was to get gold, but given how competitive the field was, I had to respect the fact that any medal would have been a great medal for me. So I was completely satisfied with silver. I was gonna definitely look for gold in London and the years thereafter. But I was very appreciative for what I had been able to accomplish with silver. I was doing interviews. I was doing the exercise of medaling when I got told of breaking news, and my first assumption was some big name or something happened with the blood testing thing that's been such a hoopla. But I will say that it took a while to sink in. It took a while for me to kind of understand it because they were telling me different things regarding the process of, the protest. But when it finally set in, I was very excited because, I'm world champion, and that's a title that, you can't take lightly. But like I said earlier, I wish it, would have entailed me coming on top of all the competitors on a clean, kind of drama-free race. But drama or no drama, it is what it is, and I'm just gonna do what I can in the upcoming moves to make sure that I definitely run fast and keep the title up.
Yes, AP, once more.
Jason, forgive me if this is an assumption, but I mean, obviously there's a lot of press with Robles and Lou, and oftentimes you're maybe in the second or third paragraph. And I mean, how does it feel to be the top guy now? And I mean, like you said, it's been a long road, and to get to this point, maybe talk about that.
Right. It's been gratifying to see, the hard work that I've put in resulting in success. I've told interviewers that have asked me questions that I completely respect all of my opponents. I respect what they've done because they're all record holders, a former, a current, and an American record holder. So for me to be mentioned with their name was a blessing and an honor, especially having never run in the sub-13. But like I said earlier, I have heart, and that's bigger and better than anything, and that's kind of the reason why I'm here right now. So I'll take it.
Okay, there, the gentleman, please.
Jason, you seem disappointed right after the race because you came in second. Do you feel like you're the winner?
I definitely think that emotion was misread. It was more so a genuine rush of emotion. I wanted to make sure that I medaled, and I just kind of wish I was next to, you know, the other medalists. You know, being out in 3, I couldn't really feel Robles nor Lou. And the way I run, I really feed off of other people, and I really can, you know, quicken up in between the hurdles when I'm next to them. You know, so I felt like the outcome may have been different had I been next to the heat. Not saying that David didn't provide that, but towards the end, you know, over that last hurdle, when I was leaning, you know, I wish I had been with them to try and lean more. So I definitely think that was misread. I was not disappointed at all, you know. I mean, how could I be disappointed when, you know, I was picked to get 4th at best? You know, I can't be disappointed with any medal.
Do you feel like you're the winner?
I'm starting to feel like the winner. I haven't had a time for a personal moment or personal reflection. So, you know, this is a process as a whole that I'm getting used to. But for this to be my first medal experience, for it to be under these circumstances is even another ballpark. So it's a lot, but I think I'm doing pretty good.
Yes, please, there.
Jason, have you, sorry,
Okay.
over here. Have you ever clashed hands with another runner during any of your races?
I have clashed hands. You know, this is an event that has technical parts, and everybody's technique isn't the same. For instance, I have, you know, the exaggerated lead arm. Other people have those that swing wide. So throughout the career, you're gonna end up running against someone who has that technique that can become a problem. I remember at nationals, indoors, I actually fell because I was hit by another runner. So these things happen, and that's one of the reasons why we do have these rules to make sure that, you know, fairness allows for the medals to be divvied out as appropriate.
Okay, more questions? Here in the 2nd row. And then the gentleman in the 4th row.
我想问一下刘翔，你刚刚说你跟那个罗伯斯场下是朋友，那么发生这次的情况之后，你下一次见到他，你会对他说什么？I asked Liu Xiang, and he said he was friends with Robles, and what will he say to Robles when he saw him next time?
哥们你好。
Hey, hello, buddy. How are you?
Okay, there was a question in the 4th row, please. Yes, you.
Lou, this is for a French daily newspaper. Lou, do you think that your silver medal it's enough to forget what happened in Beijing in 2008?
Could you repeat? Sorry.
Whether he thinks it's enough to forget what happened in Beijing with this medal.
你拿到这块银牌之后，会不会觉得就是说可以忘却北京的伤痛的记忆呢？
北京，我这就场比赛嘛，然后我早就忘了。对，今天我拿银牌我也忘了。
That was only a competition in Beijing, and I already forgot. And this time I got the silver, I already forgot either.
Yes, please. Here in the 1st row, please.
你好，刘翔。我想问你一个问题，就是说，在这2个小时的等待中，我们记者听到了很多纷乱的消息，想必你当时也是的。那么你是什么时候，谁告诉你罗伯斯当时被取消资格的？当时你是什么心情？能介绍一下吗？此外，关于可能重赛的消息，你们在等待的时候有什么议论吗？当时在那儿的。My English is good enough, please.
So in these 2 hours waiting, when you hear about the news that Robles is qualified, how do you feel when you hear about those information? Who told you? and also that.
第二就是关于重赛的消息，他们在后台已经有很多议论，当时你们介手来。
Have you heard about any discussions and about the re-competition or rematch?
其实我得知罗伯斯会被取消资格，是我在兴奋剂检查的时候，正好我看电视，然后里面得知他是被取消金牌的资格啊。他做什么重赛，我从来没听到过。对啊，只不过是后面的银牌变金牌了，后面的铜牌变银牌了，就是这样的结果。其他我不知道什么，然后。他也在接受兴奋剂检查，在里面我们还互相打招呼，然后我也跟他说，你被取消资格了，然后他真的吗？我说哦，很遗憾，然后我说这是一个不好的消息，然后就是大家在又聊其他话题了，对，大家也没把这场比赛太当回事，好像。
When I heard about the disqualification of Robles is on the TV. So when I was in the doping control room, it shows on the TV. So I know that, but there's no discussion in the room about the rematch. And at that time, I only knew that the silver will advance to the gold and bronze to the silver. Like that, and Robles is also in the doping control room, so we had a kind of discussion, a talk. I talked to him that you are disqualified, and Robles was surprised to know, really? Yes, and it was on TV, and Liu said Liu thinks it's not really matters because they are just talking to each other and they really don't care about this competition. And then they shift the topic and talk about other things.
Yes, once again there. There, please. Mike Butcher.
Jason, are you thinking of a rematch in Zurich?
Absolutely. I respect my competitors, but I don't fear them. I'm only God-fearing, so when I go into Zurich, I'll take the same mentality I took today, and I'm going to attempt to, officially go ahead and try and win and come out on top. So I'm definitely excited for a rematch. I'm game to a rematch, and let's get it done.
Can you maybe ask Liu Xiang about his plan after Daegu? Is he still planning some competitions?
大邱以后，在世锦赛之后，你还有任何的比赛的计划吗
？Back home, holidays.
回家休息度假。
Thank you very much. More questions? Okay, the last one then for you.
To Richard, what kind of qualities do you think hurdles have that attract people from all over the world?
Qualities, hurdlers. I think of all the events, you'll actually find that hurlers kind of comprise some type of melting pot. There's every type of hurdler, big ones and small ones and good and bad techniques. Everybody tries to just get over the hurdle. I find that we're all kind of crazy in some way. You have to be crazy to run full speed at 10 obstacles and try and stay on your feet. So, I enjoy the event and I enjoy the competitors in the event because, they're just different type of people. It's not mundane. There's some crazy people. So, I kind of appreciate the event for that.
Right, that was the nice ending.